Hey there everybody, Tender Toe here. I want to make a separate video on this because I had to make some modifications to the Fronkey inspired bug net for my Grand Trunk UL hammock. The reason why is this is the way it looks. It's exactly the same design as in my other video for my 11-foot DIY hammock. The only difference is that the way that this sort of reacts when you get in, it's really just a function of the ridgeline length and the hammock itself. It has nothing to do with the design of the bug net, but you'll see what I'm talking about here when I hop in. I had to make some modifications, so I wanted to show it without the modifications first, and then I'll string up the additional cordage and lines and shock cord and so forth, and you can see it that way and see the difference. I wanted to hop in this though, so you can see what it looks like inside and sort of where the problem arises. So here we are inside of the hammock. Once again, this is without the modifications so far, just to see what it looks like. And this netting is right on top of you. I mean, you literally have no, I can barely even put my knee up and not touch the ridgeline where the bug netting is. And it's basically just hanging on you. And once again, it's a function of the ridgeline length that I have on this Grand Trunk. But I've tried different ridgeline lengths, and I have it dialed in the way that feels nice from a ridgeline perspective and from a lay perspective. The problem is that it doesn't work very well for this bug netting. As you can see, it's really just kind of hanging in my face here. So I wanted to show you how it looks without the modifications inside and outside, and then I'm going to pick up here. I'm going to show you what it looks like with the modifications that I made and how much it really opens things up in here. So this is what this looks like with the mods on it. Basically what I did is I attached two tabs, just a small loop of half-inch webbing here and here. I sort of borrowed the idea from a switchback type of a hammock or a Skeeter Beater Pro or something along those lines, where there's actually some kind of tabs of some kind, and then you attach cordage to it. I have some shock cord from here to here, and then that's some tech line from there all the way up attached to the tree. Let's take a bit of a closer look at it. It's just a piece of webbing here sewn onto the ridge line, piece of shock cord looped, and then a girth hitch there with just an additional loop of tech line. And then if we take it up to the tree, I just have a marlin spike hitch attached with a mini carabiner I use large climbing rated carabiners to actually run my webbing through, and I just have a microbiner attached to that. You could just substitute that. You just use a marlin spike and clip it into your your carabiner, or if you have a Dutch clip or something like that, you can just kind of clip it to that. You can go around the tree and tie a knot. There's about 1,000,001 different ways to attach that. That's just kind of what I whipped up here. So basically that's pulling out both of the sides there of the top of the ridge line of the bug netting. And then down here at the side, I have a loop of webbing and some shock cord and some zinget with a prusik on it there attached to a stake, and that's a side pull out. So this is kind of what it looks like from the side. Not really that much difference just looking at it from the exterior, but once I actually hop inside, you'll see there's a pretty large difference. So I have that on both sides as well, the side pullouts. And you can make the angle as steeper as, I've got this side pitched out a little steeper. I've got that side pitched out a little more wide. I was thinking about doing sort of an ASIM, but I just went with one per side. I'll see how it works. I may switch it up at another time, but I'm going to hop in here and let you guys see what it looks like. It's a pretty drastic difference from the non-modded version, so let's take a look. So this is what it looks like in here now. Pretty substantial difference. I mean, I can reach out. There's the side pull out there. There's a good 2 feet in between the side pull out and the hammock now. Same thing with this. You can see my ridge lines here. I've got an additional, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches or so upward now from where the ridgeline, because originally the bug netting was sitting on the actual ridgeline. I know the light's kind of getting dim here, the sun's setting, but yeah, you can definitely see the difference. You know, quite a substantial amount of room in here compared to it just resting on the ridgeline and then, you know, kind of angling down. You're sort of in a coffin, so to speak, a bug netting coffin without these tabs to mod it. You know, just imagine you'd have the bug netting coming straight up to the ridgeline and straight back down. Whereas now we've definitely opened things up substantially. You know, 2 feet on the side here, and like I said, you know, 4, 5, 6 inches on the ridgeline. So quite roomy now, quite spacious in here, and still have the same kind of clearance all around. You can kind of see, once again, this would be cinched up a bit around you, but I mean, this is substantially more roomy in here, and you don't have to worry about, you know, kind of accidentally brushing up or resting on the bug netting while you're sleeping or something and getting bit through it. So that's the mod that I came up with for the Grand Trunk UL with the Fronkey inspired bug net. Just a couple of modifications to make things a little more roomy in there. So hope you enjoyed.